Good morning, Stage 32 community. It's been a while. Well, good morning from Barcelona, Spain. Today I wanted to talk about the international landscape for indie film distribution. Um, and basically, there are three topics to keep in mind if we talk about indie film distribution these days. That's theatrical, the platforms, and the pandemic. Now, theatrical, although it's coming back, we see a certain revival, for example, here in Europe, but it's still um, uncomparable to pre-pandemic levels. Theatrical traditionally has been very important and key, I would say, for film distribution in general, and it's still very uncertain nowadays. Um, yeah, theatrical cannot be taken into account as a at least as a major stream of income for an independent film. Um, Again, there is a certain revival. The pandemic, uh, bit by bit, we're leaving the pandemic behind us, but still, this year will probably still be a very difficult year for theatrical. And of course, that affects independent film distribution negatively. On the other hand, the platforms have been more active than ever. So, streaming, although that has been a tendency in any case, even before the pandemic, but of course, now pushed very much during the pandemic, has effectively replaced not only theatrical, but in many ways um, several sources of traditional sources of independent film distribution, and that means a lot of opportunities for independent film distribution. The pipelines need to be filled. There are several platforms, the big ones, of course, like Netflix and Amazon, but also a lot of smaller ones, international ones and regional ones. Um, and and yeah, and they are constantly looking for new content. Of course, many of the platforms produce their own content, but still, there's basically so much demand that the platforms are constantly looking for third-party content to pick up. So the rise of the platforms started years before the pandemic, um, but very much with an increase during the pandemic. Um, that really means a clear opportunity for independent film distribution. And then the third topic, the pandemic. The pandemic, as already indicated, has changed the landscape completely. And although we're bit by bit going back to to the office, um, and the world is opening up, still many people work remotely. There's there's going to be a hybrid format, at least for working from home or working remotely, and maybe even eventually for remote education. Um, and that means we have more access basically than ever to content. Um, People are more at home, um, and consume more content, and this, of course, was heavily accelerated by the pandemic and is still continuing. And it's expected to continue this year, and through next year. Um, Although people do expect a certain decline eventually, once the pandemic is really over, let's say. But at least for the moment, um, we're still in this, and the content consumption is higher than ever. And of course, that also means a clear opportunity for independent film distribution. Although production may have become more difficult, although also people start to cope with the consequences of COVID-19, of testing and protocols, etc. Um, Production may be still a little bit more difficult. On the other hand, distribution, especially for finished content, finished films, is because of the demand, the demand for content consumption higher than ever. So clearly, in my view, opportunities. Conclusion in a nutshell: theatrical declined heavily, still not at far away, still from pre-pandemic levels. On the other hand, streaming booming, and because of the pandemic, we continue to consume. We are more time at home, and again, that means opportunity for content in any case, and of course, that includes opportunity for independent film distribution. That's it. Yeah, if there are suggestions or comments, or you want to have a discussion about this, very happy to have the discussion. I'm extremely curious to hear your opinions, and yeah, we speak soon. Take care, everybody. Bye.